Welcome, sports fans. Today, we're diving into the 10 most watched sports and their greatest moments. We're talking about the plays, the finishes, the shots that made you jump out of your seat, grab whoever was next to you, and scream till you lost your voice. From heart-stopping finishes to record-breaking performances, these are the moments that have defined sports history. Let's get started. We're kicking things off with Formula One, a sport where every second counts. The 2007 Formula One season was a nail-biter from start to finish. Going into the final race in Brazil, 3 drivers were still in contention for the championship: Fernando Alonso, Lewis Hamilton, and Kimi Räikkönen.
Alonso and Hamilton were the favourites, young and hungry, but Räikkönen, the Iceman, had ice in his veins. He didn't crack under pressure. He thrived on it. In Brazil, with the championship on the line, Räikkönen delivered a masterclass in driving. He stayed out of trouble, kept his cool, and when the opportunity presented itself, he pounced. He overtook both Hamilton and Alonso to take the lead and win the race and the championship. Nobody expected Räikkönen to pull it off. But that's what makes sports so great, folks. You just never know what's going to happen.
Next up, we're stepping onto the hallowed grounds of Wimbledon, the cathedral of tennis. The 1980 Wimbledon final between Bjorn Borg and John McEnroe was more than just a tennis match. It was a clash of styles, a battle for the soul of the sport.
Borg, the Iceman from Sweden, cool and collected, with his heavy topspin ground strokes. McEnroe, the fiery American, all passion and intensity, with his serve and volley game. The 4th set tiebreaker was the stuff of legends. Back and forth they went, point for point, neither player giving an inch. McEnroe saved 5 match points, but in the end, Borg prevailed, winning the tiebreaker 18-16 and taking the match in 5 sets. It was one for the ages, folks. A match that cemented both players' legacies as 2 of the greatest to ever grace the court.
Now let's talk about a sport where power meets precision: golf. And when it comes to golf, there's one name that stands above the rest: Tiger Woods. In 1997, at the tender age of 21, Tiger Woods didn't just play in the Masters tournament, he dominated it. He demolished the field, shattering records left and right, and became the youngest Masters champion ever.
From the moment he stepped onto the first tee, Tiger was in a zone. His drives were long and straight, his irons were laser-focused, and his putting was simply magical. He was playing a different game than everyone else, a game that only he could play. And the way he handled the pressure, the expectations, unbelievable. This was a young man on a mission, a young man who knew he was destined for greatness. That week at Augusta National, the whole world saw it. Tiger Woods wasn't just a golfer, he was a phenomenon, a force of nature.
Chapter 4. Let's talk about boxing, a sport where 2 warriors enter the ring, and only one leaves victorious. And when it comes to boxing, few fights are as infamous as Tyson Holyfield II, a fight that will forever be known as the Bite Fight. Mike Tyson, Iron Mike, was the baddest man on the planet, a knockout artist with a ferocious reputation. Evander Holyfield, the real deal, was a skilled boxer with a warrior's heart. Their first fight had been a huge upset, with Holyfield stopping Tyson in the 11th round. The rematch was highly anticipated, a chance for Tyson to reclaim his crown. But in the 3rd round, after a headbutt from Holyfield, Tyson completely lost it. He bit a chunk out of Holyfield's ear, not once, but twice. Tyson was disqualified, and Holyfield was declared the winner. It was a dark day for boxing, a moment that tarnished the sport's reputation. Chapter 5. Now let's talk about basketball, a sport where giants fly, where dreams are made and broken. And when it comes to basketball, there's one name that reigns supreme: Michael Jordan. He was the ultimate competitor, a winner in every sense of the word. In the 1998 NBA Finals, with the Chicago Bulls facing off against the Utah Jazz, Jordan delivered one of the most iconic moments in sports history: the shot. The Bulls were down by 1 point with seconds left on the clock. The ball was in Jordan's hands, as it always seemed to be in the clutch. He dribbled down the court, crossed over his defender, and rose up for a jump shot. The ball arced through the air, seemingly in slow motion, and swished through the net as the buzzer sounded. The Bulls won the game and the championship, and Jordan cemented his legacy as the greatest basketball player of all time. Chapter 6. Let's talk about baseball, America's pastime, a sport that's as much about history and tradition as it is about runs and hits. And when it comes to baseball history, few moments are as iconic as Bobby Thompson's shot heard round the world. It was the 1951 National League Championship Series, a 3-game playoff between the Brooklyn Dodgers and the New York Giants. The Dodgers were leading in the bottom of the 9th inning when Thompson stepped up to the plate. With 2 runners on base and 2 outs, Thompson launched a Ralph Branca fastball into the left field stands for a game-winning, pennant-clinching home run. The crowd erupted, the announcers went wild, and the Giants celebrated on the field as if they'd won the World Series. Thompson's home run wasn't just a game winner, it was a moment that transcended sports, a moment that captured the hearts and imaginations of a nation. Chapter 7. Rugby: Johnny Wilkinson's Drop of Gold. Now we head to the pitch for some rugby, a sport that's all about grit, determination, and teamwork. And when it comes to clutch moments in rugby history, few can top Johnny Wilkinson's drop goal in the 2003 Rugby World Cup final. England and Australia were locked in a fierce battle for rugby's ultimate prize. The game went back and forth, neither team able to gain a decisive advantage. As the clock ticked down in extra time, the score was tied at 17-17. With just seconds remaining, England was awarded a penalty. Up stepped Johnny Wilkinson, England's star fly-half. The pressure was immense, the weight of a nation on his shoulders. But Wilkinson, as cool as you like, slotted the drop goal between the posts, securing England's first-ever Rugby World Cup victory. The stadium erupted, England's players went wild, and Wilkinson was mobbed by his teammates. It was a moment of pure sporting ecstasy, a moment that cemented Wilkinson's status as a rugby legend. Chapter 8. Let's turn our attention to cricket, a sport that's often called a marathon, not a sprint. And when it comes to marathon innings in cricket, no one can hold a candle to Brian Lara's record-breaking 375 against England in 1994. Lara, the Prince of Trinidad, was a batsman of rare talent and flair. He could destroy bowling attacks with his aggressive stroke play, and he could also bat for days, wearing down opponents with his patience and concentration. Against England in Antigua, Lara produced one of the most remarkable innings in cricket history. He batted for over 12 hours, facing 535 balls and smashing 45 boundaries. He reached his triple century with a 6, and he just kept on going, eventually surpassing Gary Sober's long-standing record of 365 not out. Lara's innings was a testament to his extraordinary skill, stamina, and mental strength. It was an innings that captivated the cricketing world, an innings that will never be forgotten. Chapter 9. Now let's talk about American football, a sport that's all about power, strategy, and passion. And when it comes to historic games in NFL history, none stand taller than the 1958 NFL championship game between the Baltimore Colts and the New York Giants, a game that's been dubbed the greatest game ever played. This was the first NFL championship game to go into sudden death overtime, and it was a back-and-forth thriller from start to finish. The Colts, led by quarterback Johnny Unitas, were the favorites, but the Giants, led by quarterback Charlie Connerly, were more than up for the challenge. The game went down to the wire, with the Colts tying the score late in the fourth quarter to force overtime. In overtime, the Colts drove down the field and scored the game-winning touchdown on a 1-yard run by fullback Alan Amici. The 1958 NFL championship game wasn't just a great game, it was a watershed moment for the NFL. It was a game that helped to popularize the league and solidify its place as one of America's favorite sports. Chapter 10. And finally, we come to the beautiful game, football, a sport that's followed by billions around the world. And when it comes to dramatic comebacks in football history, few can match Manchester United's stunning victory over Bayern Munich in the 1999 Champions League final. Manchester United, led by manager Sir Alex Ferguson, were the underdogs against a powerful Bayern Munich side. Bayern Munich took the lead early in the game, and they looked to be in complete control. But Manchester United, as they so often did under Ferguson, never gave up. In the dying minutes of the game, with their hopes fading fast, they scored 2 goals in the space of 2 minutes to complete an unbelievable comeback.
The first goal came from Teddy Sheringham in the 91st minute, and the second came from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in the 93rd minute. The Manchester United players went wild, their fans went berserk, and Bayern Munich were left in stunned disbelief.
Manchester United's victory in the 1999 Champions League final was a testament to their never-say-die spirit, their ability to find a way to win, even when all hope seemed lost. It was a victory that cemented their place as one of the greatest club sides of all time. And there you have it, folks, the greatest moments in the most watched sports. We've seen incredible feats of athleticism, nail-biting finishes, and moments that have left an indelible mark on sports history. Did we miss any of your favorites? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing sports content. Until next time, keep the spirit of sports alive.